This, my gorgeous Pisces, seriously, I'm not being funny. It's a pure example of how, not every argument or not every disagreement is necessarily a bad thing. So my gorgeous Pisces, at around the beginning of this week, there is going to be some kind of disagreement you are going to have with someone. There is going to be some kind of disagreement you are going to have with somebody at around the beginning of this week. And this doesn't have to be necessarily something really horrible or like, oh my God. But the bottom line is, at around the beginning of this week, you are indeed going to have some kind of disagreement with somebody, whether this is going to be one person or whether this is going to be like about a few different people. It doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is, why is this disagreement, misunderstanding or disagreement, so important? I will tell you why. Because of this disagreement you are going to have at around the beginning of this week, or some kind of misunderstanding you are going to have at around the beginning of this week. This disagreement or this misunderstanding, it's actually going to be primarily responsible for you having confidence, having strength to, make a major choice in life. You will realize, okay, because of this disagreement, something is going to happen here, and you are going to open your eyes like never before. And you will realize, because of this disagreement, because of this misunderstanding, whatever it happens here, I'm sorry baby, but it's really going to work in your favor, because it is what's going to happen. It's like a major readjustment in your life, but it's going to be unexpected. And when things happen in our life unexpected in such a way, they're always the best, because they always bring the best in us. And that in itself we use in order to make certain move or make a certain step we were thinking about making, we were dreaming about making, but we just didn't have enough confidence to do so. So this is when things are going to become very exciting for you, my gorgeous Pisces indeed. So I'm going to say again, I'm sorry, but it is going to happen, some kind of disagreement at around the beginning of this week with you, or maybe with you and maybe one person, or with you and maybe few different people. But this is going to be one of the best things that happened to you in a very long time, because you are going to finally open your eyes. You will realize where you belong, and you will realize where you don't belong. And you're also going to this is also gonna play such an important role, where you're gonna gain this strength and you're gonna gain this much needed confidence in order to make such a big move, such a big step. It's to do with this major choice in life you are going to make at that moment in time. You're also going to come out of your comfort zone like never before, and whichever major choice you decide to make, it's going to change your life forever. Do you understand? It's going to change your life forever, because what's happening right now, you're gonna gain so much confidence to make some kind of a major choice, something that you wanted to make for absolute ages. But then again, at the same time, only now you are going to realize somehow that you've got everything you need in order to move on, in order to move forward, and finally to make that major choice. This in itself is the beginning of such a beautiful stage. Okay, this is the beginning of such a beautiful page in your life, my gorgeous Pisces indeed. And it's to do with, things that you inspire you. It's to do with your inspiration. It's to do with certain things that have been inspiring you for so long, but you've never done anything about it. So this is why this is indeed going to bring the best out in you. The beginning of such a beautiful stage in your life, the beginning of such a beautiful venture, like, oh my God. And I love this. It's not like you didn't think about this before. It's not like you didn't thought about this before. But it's just like basically as I said, you didn't have enough confidence, before. You didn't have enough confidence, and something really kind of magical really is going to happen when it comes to this argument or when it comes to this disagreement, because you are going to realize, like, oh my God, like, okay, you can make this major choice. For some reason, you're going to realize that you've got everything you need in order to make that major choice. And that's why you are going to gain this strength. That's why you're going to gain this confidence. So it really depends on what exactly this argument is going to be about, what exactly you're going to be discussing, what exactly you're going to be talking about when it comes to this disagreement. Because the bottom line is, you're going to realize that you've got everything you need in order to, like, really make this major choice in life. And this in itself, my gorgeous Pisces, is indeed becoming the beginning of one of the most beautiful journeys in your life, like ever. And in exactly 3 months' time, only then you're gonna realize, like, oh my God, the bright prospects, and like there is so much more to this major choice in life you've actually made. Only in 3 months' time you're gonna realize some kind of bright prospect you're not realizing right now. This is gonna be much bigger. This is gonna be much better. So it's to do with the beginning of a really beautiful venture, but it's also to do with something you wanted to start. It's something you wanted to do for absolute ages, but you just didn't have enough confidence. Do you understand what I mean? It's to do with things that have been inspiring you for a very long time, and it's to do with things that come naturally to you. What's happening right now, it's more than I'm actually saying, because at the same time you are about to meet your own destiny. But it's so difficult to explain, because this is something you always wanted to start, this is something you always wanted to do, but only in 3 months' time you will realize, what do I mean by you are about to meet your destiny? Because this, oh my God, stage of your life, it's going to turn into something completely different. So this is why I need you to take this very, very seriously. When it comes to the beginning of this venture, there is something you're going to need to do immediately. There is someone you're going to need to talk to. There is someone really experienced you're going to need to talk to when it comes to this particular field, whatever you're doing here, whatever you're focusing on. There is someone official, someone important, and someone who is experienced with this type of matter, with this type of things that you're going to go and talk to. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. And there is an important information that this person is going to tell you. Oh my God, if there was any doubt within you, this doubt is about to disappear. So it's an important information you're going to get from that particular person who you're going to be talking to, and then you're going to realize as well, what exactly do you need to do in order to take things further, in order to start this. There is some kind of something you're going to need to explore. There is some subject you're going to need to brush up on. There is some subject you're going to need to learn, and there is something that you're going to need to try for the first time ever. If you were thinking about this like about, oh my God, like about 2 or 3 months ago, you would be like, no baby, no. But now things are going to feel completely different, because you have been prepared for this for a very long time. And it's difficult to explain exactly why, but every single negative thing and every single positive thing that you have been going through over the last couple of years have been preparing you for this, because you're about to meet your destiny. But only now you're not going to be able to realize this. Only in 3 months time you will know exactly what I meant, and you will know exactly where I came from, because then you will make some kind of life-changing decision. Okay, and you will realize what exactly you have given birth to. In terms of you giving birth to your dreams, my gorgeous Pisces, absolutely mind-blowing time of your life indeed. You better take this very seriously, and I'm really hoping that I'm not too confusing. It's all gonna lead towards the beginning of this beautiful venture, beautiful adventure, beautiful new stage, beautiful new beginning in your life, where you must trust yourself, and this particular person who you're gonna talk to, somebody official and somebody who is knowledgeable angle, what this aspect of what you're going to be focusing on. You know, this particular person is holding some kind of a key for you, which are going to unlock the door. With this information this person is going to give you, this information, it's really seriously going to set you free. If there was any doubt about this, okay, absolutely brilliant indeed. Please, my tarot cards, don't fly, because I can feel the air, my baby air. Listen, okay, the gods of wind, please be nice to me. I'm doing reading for my gorgeous Pisces, so please, the gods, beautiful gods of wind, just like kind of be nice to us. So now my gorgeous Pisces also, sorry darling. So now my gorgeous Pisces also, 8 around the beginning of this week, I need you to be smart, I need you to be clever, because there is somebody really dodgy and somebody who is very strange looking. And I'm not on about like people, I don't talk about people like looking weird or anything like that. I don't talk about people like, I don't discuss people's looks, if that makes sense, because the way people look it's really not important whatsoever. But what am I trying to say is that sometimes ugly people inside, baby, you know, ugly people inside, they pull certain faces that makes them ugly, because they have lots of like kind of negativity on their mind. They have a certain things on their mind that makes them look ugly, really. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. So even if somebody is very gorgeous on the outside, you know, the certain things on the inside are making them ugly on the outside, purely because of the facial expressions that they may be making. So what am I trying to say here is that somebody is going to be really pushy and dishonest with you at around the beginning of this week. Somebody will be like kind of somebody will want you to, somebody will, with a very strange and ugly face, but you see what I mean when I say ugly. I think it comes from inside, because this person is so like not really nice, and this person is really greedy, and this person is really horrible, and this person is really selfish, and this person is thinking about themselves only, and this person is having some kind of a hidden agenda. And most certainly you're so spiritual, you will be able to feel this, my gorgeous Pisces, that there is something wrong with this person. Do you know what I mean? And this person is going to be really pushy, and this person will want you at around the beginning of this week to make this useless sacrifice. This person will want you to sacrifice something you do not need to sacrifice whatsoever, and you lose, and this particular person gains. So I just need you to kind of be smart. And if someone is kind of pushy with you at around the beginning of this week, if somebody wants you to do something you don't want to do, if somebody wants you to make some kind of a sacrifice that to you doesn't make sense whatsoever, listen baby, now it's time to trust your intuition, like absolutely more than ever. Very important indeed. Now it's time to trust your intuition, my gorgeous Pisces, and this is the way you're going to protect yourself. This is the way you're going to set the boundaries. You will protect yourself, you will protect your energy, and you will do the right thing. So do not make unnecessary sacrifice, okay? Very, very important indeed. And I don't need to tell you that this person is like really weird and not really nice, because you're so spiritual, and you will be able to feel this energy anyway, let alone the way, you know, the faces this person is going to pull and things like that. And you're also, my gorgeous Pisces, especially at around the midweek, you're not the first sign I'm saying this to, that at around the midweek, it's one of those weeks, you know, that we are collectively going to have when it comes to you being suddenly, like you're going to be reminded of certain dietary changes you were thinking about making not that long ago. Not that long ago, you were thinking about making certain dietary changes, but you haven't done anything about it. Which is fine, which is okay. You've got one more chance. No, I'm joking. No, but at around the midweek, you will be reminded of these certain dietary changes that you were thinking of making. And please take them seriously. I know I always get excited about my readings. You know, I'll be honest with you. I always get excited. It's the way I am, you know. But this is a very important stage of your life. Whether you believe this or not, this is a very important stage of your life, and you better believe it. You better believe it. And that's why you will suddenly be reminded of these certain dietary changes you wanted to make not that long ago, just recently, really recently, but you haven't done anything about it. The reason why this is happening is this is going to be extremely beneficial for your mind, for your body, and for your spirit. When it comes to your body, you will have so much more energy. You will need energy for what's happening right now. Oh my God, especially for the next 3 months. You will need lots of energy, especially for the next 3 months, my gorgeous Pisces, okay? So it's to do with your body, it's to do with your spirit. You're going to elevate yourself and you're going to ascend onto the next level of your spiritual journey. And when it comes to your mind, you will be able to see things crystal clear. You will be so much sharper. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're not sharp. You know, I'm just saying that you will be able to see things crystal clearly. So crystal clear. So therefore, you will be making decision really quickly. You know, and this is why this is going to be so important. To kind of follow through with this, you know, dietary changes you are suddenly going to be reminded of. And also, my gorgeous Pisces, at around the midweek, oh my goodness, you know, it's like you're going to have this moment, you know, when you will want to be by yourself. Sometimes we don't even realize this, like, oh, I just want to be by myself, leave me alone. It's not necessarily like that, but maybe you will want to just feel suddenly you will want to spend some time in nature. Maybe you will feel like you suddenly want to meditate a little bit. Maybe you will feel like you want to do something by yourself. Or maybe you will literally feel like, oh, I just want to be by myself. It really depends. But it comes in many ways, in many shapes, in many forms. You know, it comes into our lives. It depends where we are at this stage of our journey, for example. But the bottom line is, yes, you are going to have a bit of a hermit mode. You will feel like you want to be by yourself. But this time it's going to feel different. This time it's going to feel different because there is a lot going to be on your mind. And there is this particular person that you will be thinking about. There is this particular person you will be thinking about. Maybe this person is like a Taurus in horoscope. Maybe this person has got like lots of Taurus placements in their horoscope. Or maybe this person is like really stubborn. Okay, maybe this person is like really stubborn, who you're going to be thinking about, but it's somebody really successful, somebody really important to you, and you know, and you will be thinking about what that person has done and what that person has achieved in their life. Because I think you're going to hear something really specific that this particular person has done and achieved, and you're going to love this. You're going to feel pleased and you're going to feel happy for that person. So that person is going to be on your mind quite a lot, and you will be thinking about that person more and more and more, and you'll be thinking about what that person has done more and more and more, and you will realize, you know what, you are going to have some kind of amazing idea, like really clever. You will know that that person is clever. You see this person as someone really intelligent, smart and clever, but also very, very stubborn indeed. And this is the part of the personality of this person, for example. But you're also going to, like, you know, there is something major that this person achieved, like a big victory, massive recognition, massive achievement, and this is going to give you a really interesting idea. And you're really going to surprise yourself, like, oh my God, this is going to give you a really interesting idea. Please take this idea very seriously. So an inspiration when it comes to this idea, it's going to come from and through this particular person. So somebody successful and somebody also really stubborn as well. But I'm saying stubborn so I can help you to kind of recognize and identify who this is. But do take this idea really seriously. And the more you have this idea that you are going to have through this person, something that you will want to do, an inspiration, it's going to come from this person, something you will want to do, something you will want to try, something you will want to start. It's going to be very wise, very smart for you to do, because this is going to be brilliant when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your financial situation indeed, but it's also like kind of gonna play an important role in your future when it comes to you protecting what's yours. when it comes to you protecting what's yours. So this is why, my gorgeous Pisces, this is going to be so important indeed. And by the time by the time you get to the last part of this week, okay, do you know what? It's to do with this, oh my God, it's to do with this like restriction, which you've had for a while now. My gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to the last part of this week, you know, it's to do with this restriction. Something has been restricting you, you know, to maybe bring your ideas to life. When it comes to this restriction here at around the end of this week, oh my God, it's to do, this restriction has been affecting you to bring your ideas to life. And you knew this. You knew this so much, but you will also know, my gorgeous Pisces, at around the end of this week, for the first time ever, for the first time for a very long time, there is something unexpected. It's going to take place. Something unexpected is going to happen. This is really going to blow you away, and it's going to surprise you. It's to do with this restriction. You thought it's never going to go away. It's never going to disappear. So you're going to have an amazing news at around the end of this week, and if this doesn't surprise you, I don't know what will. This amazing news, it's not only going to come out of blue, it's going to completely surprise you, but it's going to like pretty much so going to be about this. You're going to realize that this restriction, it's coming to an end, and you thought that this is never going to come to an end. And oh my God, for the last 8 months, you couldn't do what you wanted to do. For the last 8 months, I'm not saying that you lost yourself a little bit, but this restriction changed you. You felt like your hands were tied behind your back for a very long time, and you couldn't do what you wanted to do. And in the background, you know, subconsciously, this has been affecting you really badly, you know, to be quite honest with you. So this positive news, it's really gonna set you free. It's not only going to surprise you, but it's going to set you free, and you will see that the bottom line is that the certain problem, it's coming to an end. Certain problem in your life, it's coming to an end that has been causing this restriction. Okay, and this is going to make you feel so good, because you've been worrying about it, and you couldn't do what you wanted to do. And only now somehow you're going to realize that, you know, you couldn't really bring certain ideas to life, you know, because of that. Only now you're somehow going to realize this. Not that you weren't aware of it before, but you're going to realize this. Because there is somebody very close to you who you're going to be talking to, and you're going to be so happy about it. And you're going to go to that person, maybe your friend, maybe your family member, maybe your partner. You're going to go to that person you're going to be talking about, and you're going to be so happy, like, oh my God. And somehow this is going to come to the surface, and other things you're going to realize that have been affected, you know, that have been affecting your life in the background without you even realizing this. So this is why this is going to be so important indeed. And also at around the end of this week, my gorgeous Pisces, you know, I'm not being funny, but something is going to remind you, first of all, of your childhood, and then something is going to remind you of this specific person from a very, very long time ago. Either you're going to be reminded of this person who is from your childhood, and something really negative happened to them, to that person, something really bad or something really negative happened to that person, something like, oh my God, you know. So it's either to do with somebody from your childhood, or it's either to do with somebody who you knew, you know, a very long time ago. Not necessarily your childhood, but a very long time ago. You will be reminded of this person, and something happened to them, like, oh my God, really scary, like not really nice. And I'm not being dark Lala, but there is a reason for it. There is a reason why you're suddenly going to be thinking about that person, what exactly happened to that person. Because something is going to open your eyes, and you are going to have such an interesting realization when it comes to which opportunity you are ignoring, and you have been ignoring, my gorgeous Pisces. So therefore, this is going to lead towards you kind of feeling like you're making some kind of a difficult choice, you know, because you will realize that there is some kind of compromise you're going to need to make. But it's not a difficult choice whatsoever. But it's more about you, really, the bottom line is being reminded of some kind of opportunity that you are ignoring through this person. And I know that this sounds really strange, but you know, this is it, really. So you will be reminded of this person, and something really kind of negative happened to that person, and for some reason you are gonna have this interesting realization. This is gonna again bring the best out in you, because you're suddenly going to have this interesting realization. Which opportunity are you ignoring? Okay? And part of that is going to be like you realizing that you kind of need to make a difficult choice in order to make some kind of a compromise, in order to kind of follow through with that. But you know, all this is going to be leading towards this particular direction that you need to take very, very seriously indeed. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards. Such a cute little bird singing. Can you hear it? Hello, gorgeous. See, Piscelini, it had to sing for you. So cute, listen. Oh my God, so beautiful, so beautiful. So beautiful. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just gonna shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm gonna see what's gonna be a tarot card of the week. Let's just see. Oh my God, look at this. This is brilliant. You know, I'm not being funny, but you know, your spirit is about to rise. Everything is going to start making sense. You will know what path you are destined for, my gorgeous Piscelini. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. I haven't seen you so determined in a while. I haven't seen you so energetic in a while. I haven't seen you full of ideas in a while. You know, all this week it's going to be leading towards you wanting to make big lifestyle changes, but it's also going to be leading towards you realizing, you know, that there were certain things that you were missing out in life. You are missing out in life, and you are the only one who can do something about it. What a beautiful, beautiful week this is going to be. And take these ideas you are going to have very, very seriously. Take these ideas very seriously, because all of them, every single idea you have this week, it's going to be leading you towards your own destiny and a much, much, much happier future. Hello, my gorgeous people. Just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions. And the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.